Hey everyone, it's Nitnat with another Marvel's Avengers video. Today I'm going to be starting what I hope is a series explaining everything you need to know about the game. We're going to start off with its history. The origin of it was this game was announced early January 2017 with an announcement, 50-second trailer announcement from Marvel. A female voice narrated wreckage of the Avengers gear like gauntlets, shields, Mjolnir, and uh, the glasses. It announced it'd be by Eidos Montreal, Square Enix with the hashtag reassemble, and Marvel. Apparently, the world didn't see the Avengers as heroes anymore. They were more like villains or monsters or whatever. And then this brings us to E3. 12 days before E3 2019, Marvel's Avengers game created social media pages and announced it would be presenting at E3. It was announced then that it would be produced by Marvel, Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and Square Enix. 2 days before E3, the game posted a picture of a billboard for the game on E3. On the poster, it was revealed the game would be available on PlayStation, Xbox, Stadia, and PC. Now let me give my thoughts on what's been happening so far. I was originally not on the hype train for this trailer. I didn't see the very first announcement trailer, and I didn't know about it until maybe like 2 days before E3. So that got me hyped though. I was excited. Something about the announcements here. No one really uses Stadia a lot. I mean, maybe a few people do, but not a ton. So they're probably going to get most of their players off of PlayStation, and we'll see why now. Um, the trailer opens with the Quinjet trailer. That first thing that came out of E3 was a trailer. The trailer opens with the Quinjet flying over San Francisco and an Avengers tower. Avengers were opening their West Coast headquarters. We saw that. We saw Avengers Day, A-Day. A female voice narrates this one. The Avengers now, we see them, unique looks from comics and movies. The event, we saw the explosion on the bridge. We saw Thor and Iron Man flying. That was gameplay. We saw Hulk jumping out of the Quinjet, one of my favorite moments. Iron Man and his Unibeam, amazing. Hulk throwing tanks, one of my favorite moments too. Taskmaster, he's new, looks different from the Spider-Man PS4 game. Marvel Cinematic Universe, a little bit like comics, not so much. Um, but we know it's Taskmaster. We see Cap throwing a shield, exciting. Goons with electric fists, and my thought is this almost as similar to Shocker in the comics. We see the blue blue crystal on the ship, and a lot of fans here thought it was Terrigen Mist, or Terrigen at least. Um, the narrator mentions how 5 years passed here, and the Avengers were set up. We saw them, Tony and Bruce arguing, Mjolnir at Cap's memorial, and then like Thor left it there, obviously, and Black Widow's fighting a large blue creature. We think it's an Adaptoid, probably. Hulk, the Abomination. So we know there's a few bosses here. Iron Man in space. So we don't know if this will just be for hero missions or like a campaign missions or not. We'll see. At the end of the trailer, we saw that big boss right there, purple. Um, I'll talk about that later. So now there's an authentic story with Crystal's take on the characters. Cast we see here Troy Baker as Bruce Banner, Jeff Shine as Captain America, Travis Willingham as Thor, Laura Bailey as Black Widow, Nolan North as Tony Stark. Bailey and Willingham have played their characters before in other media. Uh, they are married, so that's interesting. Troy and Nolan are great best friends. They're pretty famous in the video game voice acting industry, or at least they were. We'll see. They might have had a falling out, which is sad. After this shows an exclusive clip of Bruce and Tony arguing about the aftermath of A-Day. Then, my thoughts on the boss back there at the end of the trailer. Um, some people think it's like Galactus because it looked a bit purple. I've seen, and a YouTuber, Lejeune, you should go check him out, is he thought it could be a Kree sentry, which I think is a really good idea because in comics, we'll talk about Inhumans later, but Inhumans are going to be in this story. Kree have a lot to do with Inhumans, creating them, using them, stuff like that in the comics. And it's the Sentry's big and stuff. We'll see. We don't know exactly what it is. Um, Then the developers said that this game will deliver, like during the presentation at E3, we don't see this right here. They said the game will deliver a narrative over multiple years with exciting new content on a regular basis. These are now going to be more quotes from the developers. There will be up to 4-player online co-op. You can customize a growing roster of heroes. So that's exciting. We don't know how exactly we'll be able to customize them, but we will, and that's going to be really exciting. So you can make your Iron Mans look different than someone else's. Every new superhero and every new region will be delivered at no additional cost. Basically free DLC in that sense. So no one will have a character or a map someone else doesn't. The game promised no random loot boxes or pay-to-win scenarios, which I think is amazing. PlayStation exclusives will be in the game, like early beta access and other benefits. Here we see a small clip featuring some Avengers in the background, like Natasha and Iron Man, their voices. A big hostile machine, we don't know what it is, and Hank Pym and a Shrink Ray. Now here we don't know if he's going to be Ant-Man in the game, but we do know now Hank Pym is in the game, and that's very exciting. The developers have confirmed 6 characters at launch, and we'll talk about that at a later date. And I don't think he's going to be one of them. So we'll see. He could always be added as Ant-Man post-launch. The game was set to release May 15, 2020. You probably already saw that. Each of these, after E3, there were interviews, which will be next episode, so stay tuned. Subscribe to catch up on all the latest Avengers content. And don't forget to like if you enjoyed. Comment down below, what do you want to see next? But before you leave the video, if you haven't done that yet, Marvel's Avengers has been updating their website. And today they updated it to say, make sure to follow them on social media, and they plugged themselves. This is being recorded April 30th. It'll be uploaded May 1st. Hopefully, beginning of May, because May 15th was the original release date, hopefully May will be when they start advertising this a little bit more and picking up their marketing. We'll see. Otherwise,